Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a good day. Again, I'm back with another Lifetime movie review. I'm surprised. I uploaded the first one. I want to apologize to the people who viewed that. I was kind of driving, so I was a little bit distracted. So I wasn't really. You guys are. I sound like a complete dummy. Obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm not the smartest person. I have zero talent whatsoever. I'm surprised one person even viewed the video. I have absolutely no talent. But I was kind of driving yesterday, so I apologize. I was kind of speaking in fragments. I wasn't, I'm kind of like, God, they're gonna think, what is this guy talking about? What is it? Well, no wonder why people don't view his stuff. You guys are probably laughing, and I don't blame you. Trust me, I look at it and I cringe. I'm like, oh God, you're terrible, Matt. You have no talent whatsoever. And trust me, I know that I'm a complete nobody. As you guys can tell. But I've always loved Lifetime Movie. I've always loved Lifetime Movie Network. I've always felt very passionate. I'm sure all you guys do as well. It's very therapeutic, especially in the time that we're living in right now. There's a lot of chaos going on in the world. I'm sorry for not showing my face. I got to get that camera all set up so you guys can see me. But again, I appreciate the people who do view the videos. That's very generous of you to even take time out of your day to view someone like me who's a complete nobody. That says a lot about you guys who view it. Again, I apologize for having no talent whatsoever. You guys are your views are very much appreciated. So basically, I'm a full-time model. I don't have a lot of action really on my page because I really don't go by that name as a model in New York City. I go by a different name. I know it sounds very sketchy and suspicious, but that's like a private thing. I'll upload videos on that YouTube, and a lot of them are just me being weird, me doing weird stuff. But I appreciate you guys, your views. I really love Lifetime Movie Network as well as you guys as well. Again, I tried to break down the movie yesterday, and I'm not really good at this. I'm not really, this really isn't my forte, but I just love Lifetime. And, I think there's a lot of great movies. Lifetime does a phenomenal job. They have phenomenal casting directors, phenomenal writers, phenomenal actors and actresses, very incredible, very super talented men and women who are very good at what they do. Just like you guys are at home. Everyone has something to offer. It doesn't matter what you are. And I appreciate your views. I really appreciate it. The fact that you take time out of your day to view something, who I'm a complete nobody. I have zero talent whatsoever, but I appreciate you guys saying, he means well, and I do. I really do mean well. I hope I don't offend anyone. I love Lifetime, and I know I sound like a complete moron. You could tell I sound like a complete idiot, but I appreciate you guys for viewing my content, whether you like it or not. I appreciate your support. Again, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule to watch, even listen to someone like me who's a loser. So I thank you guys but again, I want to get into the Killer House guest. There's a good lineup on Saturday on Lifetime, and I think it's a lineup you guys will all enjoy. Again, a lot of incredible movies. I think Saturday night is Deranged Granny premiering at 8 p.m. I think you guys will really like that. You definitely want to check that one out. I'm not really big on watching previews. I'm kind of weird like that. As you guys can tell, I'm a complete weirdo. But, I don't really like watching previews. I think it gives a little bit away. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Maybe you guys don't agree with me, which is completely fine. I like seeing the movie right in front of me. I like it to be, I like an element of surprise and mystery and intrigue. And I think Lifetime does a phenomenal job. They have really first class, high class people who are really great at what they do. And I love talking about Lifetime. They just have a phenomenal establishment going. But anyway, like I said, you definitely want to tune into the Deranged Granny at 8 o'clock. I think at 2 o'clock on Saturday is the, Killer in the Guesthouse, I think it's called. Again, I sound like an idiot already. I know you guys are laughing at me like, dude, this guy is what? I don't blame you. But anyway, I share the love like you guys do for Lifetime, and I think it's very good in our society to be able to watch something that can help you unwind, something that can help you detox and relieve stress in a healthy, positive way. And I think you guys can relate to that as well as I can. We've got a lot of crazy stuff going on in our world, but hey, we all love Lifetime Movie Network, and I think it can help bring families together, people together. There are very, very interesting movies out there, and very creative movies, well done movies, and unlike me, who has zero talent whatsoever. These people have talent, and I really respect them for that. A lot of incredible men and women who perform at Lifetime Movie Network. But anyway, like I said, you definitely want to tune in at 2:00. The Killer in the Guesthouse. I've actually seen that one before. It's starring Marcus Rosner, who's a Canadian actor. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He does an incredible job. He's a professional through and through. He makes everything look so easy. That guy's a natural talent. Again, he's got talent unlike me. He's very natural in front of the camera, and I really respect that about him. He makes his job look so easy when it's not. And there's a lot of incredible women who also do that as well. Marcus Rosner stood out to me, and I apologize for not naming some of the women because, again, I'm new to this. I'm talking out my butt, but I appreciate you guys even viewing this because I know it's a waste of your time. But again, I want you guys to feel like, you know what? I share the same passion for Lifetime as you do. And you definitely want to watch The Killer Guesthouse. It's when a woman who is obviously, she searches online for, I guess she's having trouble. It's been a little bit, I think it's been like 4 or 5 months since I viewed it. So again, I know you guys are going to want to strangle me if I give you bad information. But it's been a little bit, I think I watched in like April, right around as the pandemic started. But anyway, there was a woman, I think she just, tends to go online and rent out of her house for a bed and breakfast, or not quite a bed and breakfast, but a place to stay. And she's got an extra room. And so, she's falling behind on bills and she's really hurting, I think, as a single mother. And she sends out, feelers to who's interested, and she creates her own profile on an internet site, or I don't know if it's a social site or just a normal network like a Yelp or some kind of a site to advertise her house and her location, and really that she's got room and she has amenities and she can help take care of them. So anyway, she comes across Marcus Rosner. He comes off as a complete gentleman, a complete stud. She's like, wow, man, this guy, he's showing interest, and everything, starts out really great. He moves into that room, kind of an all-American looking guy, and he takes her up on her offer, and so he moves in to the guest room, and everything starts out great, and I think they start building a rapport, the mother and Marcus Rosner, and I think Lifetime did a very good job in the build-up. I thought everything fell into sequence perfectly. That's what I really liked about this movie. I felt very interested in it from start to finish, and I believe you guys will as well. And I know you guys will strangle me if I give you bad information. But again, as you guys know, I'm new to this. I'm a complete, I'm inexperienced to this stuff, just talking into this. I'm used to going out and doing it, but I like talking about Lifetime. I can't believe I even got one view on my video. I mean, you guys are way more talented than me, and you're watching my pathetic content. It's not much content at all, and I apologize for that. But like I said, you guys are incredible. And again, you definitely want to tune into the lineup on Saturday on Lifetime, started with The Killer in the Guesthouse. I think it's phenomenal. You guys will all love that one. I was interested in that one from start to finish, but again, as things went on, there was another guy. I'm pretty sure she worked as a photographer, and she had a shady business partner, who was a male, who started coming around the house, and Marcus Rosner started picking up on that. And I think, as you could see, as the movie goes on, there started becoming tension between the two guys, and it built ever so slightly, but I think she wanted to move on, and he didn't give her pay, or again, I'm speaking out my what, and I apologize, but you guys are going to love this movie. I'm telling you, this is going to be worth your time. This is going to be worth your viewership. It's really, I dare I label it suspenseful. I think it was a very phenomenal, well done movie. But again, as things progress, he owed her, I think, another $2,000 or $3,000, and he never paid her cut. So Marcus Rosner, he started caring for this woman. This woman gave him an opportunity. And the backdrop about Marcus Rosner is we don't really know what his background was. He's basically a free floater. It turns out he's been hiding a dark, deep, secret past, a very, very dangerous man in his previous life, and he kept that under wraps. He didn't want his true identity to be revealed, as this was his new life, and he planned on making his roots here. He wanted this to become more than a guest house. I think you guys will see that as the movie comes on. He wanted to really insert himself as the man of the house, and I think he did a very good job in that role. He played it very naturally. He looked like a complete pro, which he is, and But again, it's very suspenseful. And again, it gets to a point where it hit Marcus and this guy who was, I think he was her boss. I think she was, dude, again, you guys are like, this Matt guy's a complete idiot. And I apologize. I know you guys are laughing. I don't blame you. But you have better things to do than listen to me. But anyway, so he ends up bumping into that photographer, and he starts getting a little chippy with Marcus Rosner, and Marcus Rosner decides to really start to step it up. I think he was out in a barn one day, her former boss, who she worked with, the guy who still didn't pay her back her money, and Marcus Rosner was in his room inside the guest house, and he realizes that this guy shows up in a fancy sports car, and this is the kind of guy that no one in life likes, kind of a smart ass, kind of a wise guy, the kind of guy that people love to hate, and he shows up in his nice fancy sports car worth probably $70,000, and Marcus Rosner peeks out the window, and he notices that guy's back again, the guy who he's really starting to not like, and you guys are going to pick up on that very quickly with that plot. As this summary drags on, as this movie goes on, and Marcus Rosner, little did Marcus Rosner realize that whole time there was cameras around that barn. So what ended up happening is Marcus Rosner ends up leaving the guest room, starts walking outside, and starts approaching. I think it's a barn on the other side of the property. It's adjacent to the house, and Marcus Rosner sneaks up on him. He opens up the door, starts by peeking in the windows. And again, I'm all over the place with this. As you guys watch a movie, it'll all make sense to you. But again, he sneaks up on him, and he ends up finding entry through the front doors. He gracefully and ever so slightly opens up the front two barn doors and slides in there, and notices him on the computer. I think he was trying to transfer important files from her photography or whatever she does. Again, forgive me. I gotta do a better job with my homework. I apologize, but like I said, nevertheless, he's trying to transfer crucial stuff that she needs over to his file and his computer and his phone, I think through a floppy disk, those small little digital disks that we all use now, modern day technology. And Marcus Rosner's like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy's doing this to a woman who gave me a chance. And remember, in Marcus Rosner's mind, he's starting to have feelings for this woman. She's beautiful. She's attractive. She's got a good personality. She's a good person. She's helping Marcus out a ton by giving him a place to stay. And even though he's got to pay her, he's feeling in his mind that, all right, this is going to be worth his while because he's going to get something in return from her. And I think that's my mindset with his mindset. And I think that's how he approached it. And anyway, he would go to any length and any extreme and anything necessary just to protect her for being wrongly dealt with. And Marcus Rosner, really started to take that personally as the movie went on, and which you guys will start to pick up on. And again, so he ends up coming up behind this guy, and I'm pretty sure he waits for him to, or I forget what happens. You guys got to see it, but he ends up dealing with him. He ends up harming him. I think he strangled him or something, came up from behind him and strangled him. And then he took his car. I think it's like a silver convertible, very expensive car. Again, the kind of car that a yuppie rich person like him would drive. And, again, but anyway, that's not important. So Marcus Rosner ends up taking the car with his body, and he drives him down to there's a field there's a little small road outside her house, and it goes down a back road, and he ends up parking the car way far away from the house so it's not discovered. And he ended up getting him out of the picture. But again, as things progress in the movie, and I'm not going to give the whole thing away, that's why I'm nibbling, but I know I'm boring you guys. I apologize. I'm putting you guys to sleep. You're really going to love this movie. Definitely want to tune in. Again, Saturday, 2 p.m. starting. There's a phenomenal lineup. There's some nanny movies in there. There's some great stuff in there. And leading up to the Deranged Granny, which I have not seen. But again, you guys want to tune in for that. And again, Killer in the Guest House, you definitely want to tune in for that. It's a phenomenal movie. Worth your time. And again, I want to break it up. I want to get you guys suspense, or I want to get you guys into this. And it's definitely worth your time, definitely worth your viewership. And again, you definitely want to sit by your couch on Saturday and enjoy Lifetime, man. They're really good for the mind to be able to kick back and unwind. And again, you're really going to enjoy this. And again, I want you guys to see this movie. I want you to enjoy it as much as I did. And you guys definitely will. Again, it's worth your viewership, pleasure. But again, as the Killer in the Guest House progresses, you'll see this trend as he really starts to enforce himself in every aspect of this this woman's life, and he really starts to turn it up. And with her friendship, he starts the privacy became very less and less for this woman who all she wanted to do was just help herself out by giving this guy a place to stay. And in the process, she helped him out tremendously. And obviously, he starts taking advantage of that as this plot thickens and as this summary goes along and as this movie progresses and moves on. So it's definitely something I think you guys are going to find very fascinating. Again, I don't want to give anything else away because I think that I want you guys to feel like, you know what, man, that Matt guy, he sounds like a complete moron, but you know what, the blah 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 he was saying, I think I may want to tune into this. I think that's my goal. All the mumbling and nonsense I'm talking, but again, you guys definitely want to tune into this movie, starting at 2 p.m. and it really kicks off a really great lineup on Saturday on Lifetime. It's something you guys are all going to enjoy. It's definitely worth your time. Gather. I don't know if they're suited for kids, young children, but definitely you, your wife, man, woman, you enjoy it. Or if you're by yourself, it doesn't matter. Enjoy it. They're amazing movies, and this is a movie you don't want to miss. Saturday at 2 p.m. The Killer Guesthouse. I don't know what everyone's cable provider is, but please, if you do have cable, and I'm not telling you guys what to do, you guys can do whatever you want. It's your life. But again, if you are interested in Lifetime, please tune in. If you're not interested, I understand that, and you can do whatever you want. It's your life. But again, if you stumble upon Lifetime, you're like, hey man, it's 2:00. This idiot Matt who's rambling, I may want to watch this movie. And I think that it's definitely worth your time. And again, you guys are going to really enjoy the Killer in the Guesthouse. Marcus Rosler, who is his actual name in real life. I'm using his real actor name, so you guys can look him up. He does a phenomenal job, natural talent. He plays a very good bad guy. He did another movie, and I think it was Killer Upstairs or something. He does, or Killer in the Basement. He does a great job in those roles, and it just shows you how versatile of a performer he is. And I think everyone in this cast doing this movie, Killer in the Guesthouse, they all did a phenomenal job. They're all naturals, they're all pros, and you guys are really going to enjoy this movie. But again, everyone has their own taste. Please, you don't want to miss it. Tune in Saturday starting at 2 p.m. for a really good lineup on Saturday of Lifetime movies. Thank you, guys.